Indeed it lives! The super crispy Baconator pig cooker machine from the Shadow of Israphel is indeed possible, as I'm showing you now. Not too long ago, I remembered the design that they had and decided to look back because I was interested in having one for myself. And then I realized that theirs, well, it wasn't real. It used some form of plug-in that allowed the pistons to move forward instead of retract back into their casing. So, I went ahead and made my own design that's actually possible to be made in survival mode. Aha! It was all a ruse! There was never a tunnel, we were never underground. This is the circuit that makes it all work. Over there, down here, is where the lever connects to the circuit. It sends out a solid signal out this way, extending this piston to push its block here, completing this clock. The redstone also goes into this one-tick pulse maker and starts the clock. Whenever the clock gets to this point, it toggles this T flip-flop and then sends power to this if-else gate. If this line is powered, send out a signal, a pulse, to here. Else, send out a pulse over this way, to this piston. When this piston is activated, it pushes this line of wool and glass over to the left, and then this one pushes it back to the right. As you know, glass is not a solid block, and redstone cannot pass through it, where wool is. It doesn't have to be wool, it can be any solid block that can be pushed by a piston. The glass does not allow the redstone to go through, and the signal passes up and down, inside out and upside down, to these pistons here, and it alternates between the two because the timer has the T flip-flop on a beat. So that's why it goes the way it does. I'll activate it from out here and show it in action from this side. It works very similarly to the one from the Shadow of Israphel, but this one is actually possible to be built in survival mode. I've yet to do so, but I imagine it would be fun to do so. Of course, you would have to connect this to some form of pig farm, either a manual one or a regulated one. The manual one, you would have to shove all the pigs into here, or a regulated one that would automatically send pigs into here. This here was so I did not have to manually right-click with the spawn eggs, and it would place them into it for me. And if we return down here, we can get some delicious pork. The smoke goes up the chimney, and the pork chops come out over here. I have a breakdown of the circuit over here. This can be configurable in width. up to 11 in length, because pistons can only push 12 blocks. This torch powers this repeater, and if there's a solid block here, the power will go through to this repeater. This repeater powers this block, which depowers this torch, which allows this torch to be powering this repeater. This repeater is not going to do anything until this piston is pushed up, and then this piston will be extended. The power from this repeater also goes through into these two repeaters that need to have a longer delay than up here, which is why it is set to 8 ticks, because this is 3 ticks. It could be shortened, but I'm not looking to break it. This piston goes up, and this piston is now in position to be extended forward. And then, if the block gets pushed away and there's glass there in its place, or any other non-solid block that can be pushed by pistons, it retracts, allowing another set to pop up and push a pig forward. I've been Alexander Ghostly, and I'll leave you here, signing off.